Hi everybody, welcome back to my lab. Today I have something for you. It's a review of the USB Game Capture streaming device from AGPtEK. I bought this to stream from my camera, my microscope, and I've been quite pleased with it. And so today I thought I'd give it a bit of a review, show you what you get in the box, some of the pros, some of the cons. And yeah, so here we go. Okay, the device itself, it's 1080p, 60 frames per second, so it is high definition resolution. It is reasonably fast, so it does the trick for me. The idea, and I'll link in the video here where you can take a look at some microscope review where I'm using it. But the idea was for me to be able to capture what was going on with my microscope as I do my electronics. Most people for this device, however, want to capture gaming or other HDMI sort of information. And so for your viewing pleasure, I present one of my videos because you definitely don't want to pirate thing. That would be bad. All right. Well, here we go. So let's go to my channel. My crazy slow internet here. I apologize for that. That's not going to tell us too much. How about my introduction? Let's do that. Hello and welcome. This channel is dedicated to my students and anyone else interested in learning about CAD, EAD software, or electronics in general. So I guess the one thing that I could say that's negative about this device is that the audio quality isn't great. If I were podcasting some video game and it had a really deep sort of soundtrack to it, I probably wouldn't be overly joyed by that. Now that issue may be something to do with my computer. Again, it is a little bit older, and I did drop in a dedicated USB 3 card just to read this, and there's nothing else running on it, so it's the best that I can get out of that. So is it my computer or is it the device? Could be either. It also could be, I mean, you can see the microscope behind me. The USB does run around the perimeter of my office here. So it's about, I think it's a 12-foot run. It's not ideal. And I could spend some time really looking at, a shorter run and reducing the USB loads on the whole computer, but generally speaking, for me, it's fantastic. It does the trick, and for most gamers, quite frankly, I would think that you would be trying to capture your audio with a separate piece of equipment anyway, or a piece of software, something like Audacity, which I use for my voiceovers and also for capturing quite a few sounds. For example, my introduction, that was all captured using Audacity. If I were setting up to capture some gaming, then I would probably run a separate audio off of my game into my PC. It's all magical. Nothing too awfully dramatic here. Simple unboxing, but the original packaging, some of it's been lost. This is the unit. Okay, not very much heft to it, but that's okay. Most of it's just a pass-through, and I haven't taken the time to open it up yet, but perhaps I will. In here we get a few things. One is the user manual. Like I say, there's a couple very important pieces of information you need to find in there. Customer support email, that's nice. On the back of the CD, software is your user code. I'm not going to show you mine, but definitely don't lose that because it's going to prompt you for it a couple times. And last is how to actually set it up to capture onto OBS. So this is a handy little sheet as a quick reference. Not a lot to it, but it does the business, as they say. It's not overly large. Here we go. We're looking at a whopping, we'll call that 98 millimeters by 55, 56, something like that, in less than 2 centimeters deep. Will fit nicely anywhere. I was going to use some two-sided tape on mine and stick it on the wall or under my cabinet, but I just haven't got around to that yet. And like I say, I'm super impressed with it. It's for the money. It's definitely a worthwhile investment for your lab to capture anything under your microscope or to capture any video. And so, in case you don't wish to watch the whole video, there's my microscope that's typically attached to the capture device. All right. Okay. So seems reasonable. Can't say anything really bad about its performance. Streaming. This is obviously being captured on my computer using OBS Studios, and I've been quite happy with it. Now there are a couple of things that you need to understand. One of them is you are going to have to follow the instructions very closely. They're not a lot to the instructions, but there are some very important caveats that you need to adhere to. One is you must have a USB 3 or better in order to stream. And as a word of warning, don't try to run it through a USB hub. Even if it is a USB 3 hub, it's not going to work very well for you. And so for my PC, it's a little bit older. So I did actually put in a second USB header and ran dedicated USB for this, and it's been working fantastic. The other thing is that you are going to have to adjust the audio. It does lag a little bit, so you want to follow the instructions for that. And other than that, it seems to work quite well, and I can definitely recommend it for anybody trying to do what I'm doing, is again capture a little bit of my work compared to some of the more expensive higher end units. Again, it is only 1080p, but that's sufficient for me, especially seeing as for all of my video editing, I'm using Lightworks, and the free version only allows me to output at 720p. So it doesn't really matter. There's no sense in me capturing anything at 4K at this point, especially seeing as my main camera will only do 1080p. Right. What else can I say about it? The price is fantastic. Okay. I bought mine on Amazon.ca, and I can say that for the price, I absolutely couldn't go much further wrong. It gets hot. It definitely has its limitations. I'm sure if you were pushing it hard enough, it would actually start to show some issues. It does not have an external audio input, so that's something to be aware of. Everything's coming over the USB. For me, it's not a problem. Like I say, normally I'm not even running the audio. I have it turned off typically so that it doesn't try to record a track. But yeah, I can't help but give this a big thumbs up for $110. It definitely fit the bill for my light duty. And yeah, links below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you'd like to get notifications on my content, please do subscribe. In process of trying to grow my channel, so every sub is definitely appreciated. And I'll see you next time. Okay, thanks and have a great day.